Hey, what's up guys? I'm back with some BeamNG Drive, and in today's episode I'm going to test out another mod. This is an all-wheel drive mod. It makes any two-wheel drive car an all-wheel drive car, which I thought is pretty interesting since a lot of high-powered vehicles like this one right here can spin out very easily. So if you want to take them to maybe a racetrack, or if you just want to take them on a casual drive, they will just spin out on you right away. But if you put an all-wheel drive transfer case on them, that might change. We'll find out in this episode. So let's just get right into it. I want to test out, this is just the regular model of the, what car is this again? I forget. This is the regular model of the Barstow. And, well, it's not the regular one, but it's the drag version. It doesn't have any all-wheel drive parts on it yet, and I want to kind of compare and contrast to see how the handling is and how much traction the all-wheel drive version has versus this version. So I'm gonna drive it in a straight line first, maybe give it a little bit of snake pattern here and there, and then I'll take it on a more windier road. As you can see, if I give it gas right off the bat, you spin out, but as soon as you get going, you could go in a straight line pretty easy. And then we could go straight line forever until we start having engine problems. And if you give it some turning, you'll start to spin out like that. Okay, so that's that. Now, of course I respawn in a weird location. Let me just fix that real quick. Let me respawn right here. Okay. So now I'm gonna try and go up on this off ramp over here. We're gonna see how it handles this turn, which is a very slight turn, but we'll see how it handles it. Just going full throttle. Okay, maybe not full throttle. We'll give it another go. Because I think going full throttle was just, it wasn't even able to turn. We'll lay off the gas a little bit. Okay. Alright. That isn't too bad. I don't think that's too much of a sharp turn for it to actually affect the handling. Let's try a different road. Definitely when you give it the initial punch, you could tell. Let's try going this way. Okay, so yeah. If you're giving it gas going around that turn, you can definitely tell. So just from that little bit of testing, let's just switch out the transfer case real quick. And we'll just type in transfer case. Okay, we'll just pull up drive shaft and then we'll switch it over to an all-wheel drive transfer case. Okay. Now we have all-wheel drive, and we'll go do the straight run first, and I'm gonna give it full throttle right away, see how much of a difference it makes. Okay, so right away you could see we're not pulling over like we were in the beginning. We just shot straight, which is nice. I love that. The thing is, it seems like it might be slightly slower, and we'll give it a little bit of... Okay, so I am able to turn while driving a little bit easier. Now, I still did spin out, obviously, because going that fast and you're turning, you're gonna spin out, but I was able to maintain traction a little bit better than I was with the rear-wheel drive version. Now, let's try this off-ramp over here. Now, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna leave off the gas a little bit and just see how much of a difference it makes. Okay, so it does seem a little bit easier to maintain. But like I said before, that turn wasn't sharp enough to really test out the limits. This one was though. Let's see. Oh, we're still slipping going into that turn. And that was a nice crash. still running now. Alright, we'll do this turn one more time. Alright, yeah. So we're not slipping as bad. And you can still feel that it has that traction. Because it makes it a little bit more difficult to turn. But overall, yeah, I think it does help. We'll try a different car with more power, and we'll see how that works. Alright, so now I got the Moonhawk. The Moonhawk has a little bit more power than Barstow. And I'm testing out the rear wheel drive version first. And actually the rear wheel drive version doesn't seem like it's as bad pulling to the right as the Barstow. We'll give it a little bit of a turn. See if we could control it. Oh my god, that was a nice crash. That was a good one. I like that crash. That was a nice one. Alright. We'll do the same thing over here. Okay, now we're pulling a little bit to the right. Yeah, there, spinning out like that. That's what you expect when you have that much power. Yeah, just like that. So you have to like leave off the gas every now and then to actually get going where you want to go. Alright, now we're gonna leave up. We're going like 150. That's way too fast. Alright, let's try it one more time. Alright, leave off the gas. Just put it into the corner. Okay. So you can definitely feel the back end slipping a little bit, but overall, it's pretty easy because that's a wide turn. Now we'll try going into this corner, full throttle, give it a little bit of a drift, and you can see it does spin out in the back end. That's a pretty nice crash. Almost ripped the body away from the frame completely. Alright, now we're going to switch transfer case over to the all-wheel drive transfer case and try those again with this Moonhawk. Alright, I got the all-wheel drive transfer case in. And we're going to test out the straightaway real quick. Compare and contrast, see how it does if it spins out like it did before, if it pulls a little bit to the right or, you know, just whips like it was doing. So I'm just going to give it full throttle. Not going to counter steer or anything. Okay, yeah, it's going straight. So let's turn it over so we don't crash. And let's see if we can get up to the speed that we were at before. Alright, now we're going to start steering. Okay. Oh, wow. So it does seem like it's easier to steer as you're going fast like it was for the Barstow. And I don't know, I'm just intrigued by how I smashed into that wall, and it seems like it completely smashed my axle over. Like, that is crazy. Anyway, let's get back to the testing. So we'll go over to this ramp. Don't want to go too fast, so we were going like what, 100. That's pretty good. We'll just putt through it again. See if it makes a difference. See if we start losing the back end. And it might be hard to see visually because this is such a wide turn, but for me, it definitely feels like I have more control of the back end than I did when I was just using the rear wheel drive version. Now we're just going to go full speed in this corner. That was a nice one. Nice crash. But we're going to try it again because I want to try and get through the whole corner. Full speed ahead. Ooh. I like how I can still give it some throttle. Alright, but you do. Shut up. So when you're going through that corner, since it is a little bit of a tighter turn, you do have more control, and you're not gonna like, your back end isn't whipping out as much, which can be a disadvantage because if you're going that fast, it's a bit stiffer and you might just go straight like I did right into that pole. Whereas if your back end whips out when you're just in rear wheel drive, you can kind of drift around tight turns like that. If you're able to drift, which I can't really, so it's like a give or take with tight turns like that. But I'm gonna try and switch to a different map with a bit more tighter turns, like a more snakier road, and we'll test a little bit more out there and see how it compares there. Alright guys, so I decided to switch over to Hirochi Raceway, and I got the bull light out now. This is the one of the racing versions of it. And I don't have the all-wheel drive transfer case on it yet. I just want to test it out two-wheel drive and see how far I can get using two-wheel drive only, and then I'll reset it, put the all-wheel drive transfer case on it, and see how much of a difference it makes. I'm probably not gonna go full speed. I'm gonna actually try and make it through the course, but as fast as I can. So let's try that out, see how well I do. Already we're spinning. Yeah, that didn't last long. I'm gonna have to reset my car up at the beginning of the track. That way we don't have to start all the way in the pits every time. Let me just reset it right here. There we go. Okay. Now let's try this again. So 50. Alright, that's not bad. Alright, gotta slow down. Alright, whatever, we'll keep going. We didn't crash yet. Let's get back on the track. Oh man, that just has so much torque. As soon as you hit the gas, it just sends you off course. You gotta really focus for this. Come on. Alright, no. Alright. Let's see what the all-wheel drive transfer case does. See how much of a difference that makes. If I could spell. Okay. So we got the all-wheel drive transfer case in. Does seem like it slows it down just a tad, takes some of the torque off. I don't know why the brakes are terrible on this thing. Yeah, handling definitely seems a lot better. I don't think I want to be going that fast in this corner, especially with these crappy brakes. Oh wow. Alright, we'll just cut through. Right now I'm just like pure focus. Trying not to crash. Oh! I just skimmed it. I can survive. I'm pulling a little bit to the left though. Alright, let's try a different car. Let's go back to the Moonhawk. Alright, let's give this Moonhawk a test in the track. Alright, I don't think the Moonhawk's gonna do any better. It's giving me more of a drifting action. This is with the all-wheel drive transfer case in as well. Can't imagine how bad it would be if it was just two-wheel drive. Oh wow. There's my drifting skills. Oh wow, that one wasn't actually bad. Probably because the engine's getting bogged down. Alright, let's just send it. Put her right into the wall. Alright guys, well I think that's gonna wrap up this episode of BeamNG Drive. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.